shall we talk about how to choose the right school?
Yes, a great tool. You need to know what the child is like and what their interests are,
You know
and what they will enjoy.
Parents look for, mainly. They look for top-rated schools. I don't think this is a right approach. There's so many other factors you need to
Absolutely.
consider.
Yes.
Especially if you are considering boarding. It's funny that in the UK, when you ask schools what you're good at, they usually answer what? We're good at everything. Yes.
How do you choose the right boarding school when Britain offers hundreds of options? Today, Adil from Maryadi explores Oxford with Michael Heartland, who runs his own consultancy helping students worldwide access top universities. As our long-standing partner, Michael knows what truly matters when selecting a British private school. Should rankings drive your decision? How important is campus infrastructure? Can students balance academics with professional sports? Michael's ready to share insights that go beyond the brochures.
Let's go!
And I have Michael today here with me. Thank you for coming.
It's a joy to be with you, Adil. Having a fantastic time in Oxford today.
Yeah, long time no see.
Long time no see, and that's why it's so great to see you again.
And a very good choice of the day.
It's a beautiful sunny day in UK at its best.
And what do we have here?
The Bodleian Library, one of the most famous libraries in the world.
In the
probably.
world, yes, we are in Oxford, ladies and gentlemen. And Michael, our partner, my friend, very experienced man in the world of education, head teacher, worked in different schools.
Many different schools, that's
And
right.
now you run your own business.
I do, director of my own educational consultancy business, working with international students and British students around the world.
So retirement is not for you?
Absolutely not. No, I love working with young people. I love seeing them grow and develop and achieve their dreams.
After 30 years of working in the field of education,
It's a passion for me. It's a passion.
you can't let it go.
Absolutely not. No.
Absolutely not. Okay, shall we talk about how to choose the right school
Yes, a great topic.
in this beautiful country?
Great topic.
Yeah.
What's your view, Adil?
What's-
You've worked with many families across during the years. What's your experience?
Over 20 years now, we help students from different countries to get into top schools, not just in the UK. And you know what parents look for, mainly? They look for top-rated schools.
Of course, yes.
They look at league tables.
Yes.
I don't think this is a right approach.
It's not the right approach if you think that just 2 or 3 students getting 1 extra grade can make a difference of 5 or 10 places, because the differences are so tiny between schools.
Exactly. There's so many other factors you need to
Absolutely.
consider.
Yes.
Especially if you are considering boarding for your
Absolutely.
child.
And my experience is that families always want to know their children are going to be looked after well, of course.
Yeah, and in some of the highly rated schools, the environment could be very, very competitive.
It could.
And it's not for everyone.
No. And
Lots of stress.
yes, and sometimes you may find your child is the only international student in a whole year group, whereas other schools there's a greater mix of international students, or the school is better at integrating international students, or they particularly offer excellent pastoral care. So every school is different.
But do you think parents should look at some point at league tables?
I think it's a consideration. You're obviously going to be making a financial commitment. You want to know your children are going to get a very good education. And I think this is where good agents are so important, like yourself, Adil, because you get to know the schools very well over a number of years. You have a relationship with the school. You know the schools that care and communicate and put things right if there's problems, and you know there are some schools that don't. So I think that's why the agents have a really important role.
Thank you for mentioning this. We are partners with top-rated schools
Yes.
in this country,
Yes.
and not just. But once again, not for every child
Yes.
is the right choice
No.
to
no.
go, because usually high academic results is a result of selectiveness of the school.
Yes, exactly.
Would it be fair to say that?
If you choose the 10 best children in the country to go to a school, strangely enough, you'll probably get the 10 best results in the school, in the country. So yes, the selection is important, and it doesn't necessarily tell you how good the school is at looking after your child.
Do you think some non-selective schools, and there's some really good non-selective schools,
Yes, of course.
should be looked at by parents as well?
Definitely, definitely. I would always say, tell your agent what you're looking for exactly, tell them as much about your child as possible, and they will know this school is really good at sport, or this school is really good at music, or this school is really good if your child is dyslexic, or this school is really good if your child is brilliant at medicine.
You know what's funny, that in the UK, when you ask schools what you're good at, they usually answer what? We're good at everything. Yes.
But it's not true.
It's not
Nobody
true.
can be good at absolutely everything.
It's inside information,
Yes.
isn't
yes,
it?
Yes.
Because I'm originally from Kazakhstan.
Yes.
We have schools which specialize mainly on physics and maths,
Yes.
for instance.
Yes.
Other schools, and they are officially state that.
Yes,
this,
of course.
You know?
Yes.
Or other schools more into creative kind of
Yes.
fields.
Yes, exactly.
Whereas in this country, there's no such thing. There's no such classification.
No,
Yeah.
no, not for independent schools, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But often the non-selective schools offer a higher level of pastoral care because they know they have to work harder at other areas to attract students. So they're always worth looking at. And I've worked in some excellent non-selective schools as well as in some excellent
Selective
schools. Yes.
So,
And
so you can compare.
I can compare. And looking at my own career, I know what I am good at. I know I'm good with bright children and with my specialism, which is English.
Yeah.
I don't pretend to be an expert in working with students who are not applying for the best universities. That's not my expertise. Or in helping someone get into a drama school, it's not my expertise. So this is where it matters that someone like Adil is able to tell you what a school is really good at.
Oh, thank you for promoting our services. But let me return the favor. Michael helps students, including our students, to get into top universities,
Yes.
not just in this country,
Yes.
across the world,
Yes.
and has been doing this for many years now. My own daughter, 17-year-old daughter, works with Michael now. We have plans to get into Oxford. Haven't chosen the college yet.
Yes.
It's still this choice still to be made.
Yes.
Wondering how to navigate Britain's complex school system without getting lost in marketing materials? At Maryadi, we understand the landscape from the inside and know each institution's real character, not just what their websites claim. We conduct thorough consultations to understand your child's personality and academic strengths, then propose several options that genuinely fit. We organize campus visits, help you ask the right questions, and guide you through applications and settling in. From initial inquiry to your child's first term, we're with you every step.
As well as you help students with their English preparation,
Absolutely.
isn't it? With your wife, right?
That's right. My wife has an MA from Cambridge, as do I. We met at Cambridge, and she's a specialist in English as an additional language. So
EAL.
she's excellent at EAL and at helping students with grammar and pronunciation. As you know, depending on what your native language is, some English words are very hard to say, and some English grammar is different from your own language. So she's excellent at getting to know the particular issues different speakers will have. And then I teach academic English for 11 plus, common entrance, scholarship exams, Key Stage 3 GCSE, A-level and higher education.
Academic English is so important.
That's right. So we combine with some students, we offer a combined service where Jenny will be helping with the grammar and the EAL, and I will be preparing the student for their academic qualifications, which of course they need.
Can I just mention that Jenny is super friendly.
Of course, she's my wife.
She's super friendly. Okay, coming back to the topic of how to choose the school.
Yes.
Good school. I personally, before recommending any school to our clients, interview students.
Yes.
Because it has to be individual. Every child is
Absolutely.
different.
You need to know what the child is like and what their interests are,
You know,
and what they will enjoy.
we had cases when we had twins being sent to different schools.
Because they're different people.
They're completely
Yes.
different people, but they're
Yes.
twins.
Yes.
One is into sports, like super sporty boy,
Yes, yes.
and now another one is like really library,
Yes.
scientific books.
Yes.
So, and they're happy because they're in different schools.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And some schools are much bigger than other schools. Some schools offer a very lovely, small community.
Like boutique kind of feel, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Other schools are bigger, and students that want to be part of big sports teams and orchestras, they might want to be part of a bigger school. So there's so much variety to choose from.
So which things you think parents should look at when choosing the school? Can we make that priority list? Or it's also very individual?
I think it's individual. I don't think...
Every family
Yes.
has their own
There
priorities.
is. I don't think there's a perfect school. And like you say, every family is looking for something slightly different.
Exactly.
And it's important that the family knows the school is being properly checked by their agent. And I'm sure you do that, Adil, and get to know the school. And then you can tell them if what the school says on their website, because every school says they're wonderful, you can tell them if it's true or not.
We don't usually go to school fairs. We prefer to visit schools and meet
Individually.
them on their grounds.
It's much better to visit them there because you can actually meet the teachers, you can meet the head teacher, you actually get a feel, you meet the students, you hear what the students say, and the students will probably tell you things that they might not tell the school.
And we
So
also
you know what's real.
encourage families to visit themselves.
Always try to visit if you can, that's right. You can see the facilities, you can see the rooms where they would stay, you can meet the head teacher, ask the questions you want. It's a big decision, so you want to make a good decision.
You know, many schools, they offer individual visits, not just during the open days.
Yes,
And I think individual visits are better
definitely.
because open days, it's convenient for the school
Yes.
to get everyone together in one time, but it's staged.
You'll get much more individual attention if you go on a separate visit and try to make sure you get to meet key people like the head teacher,
And
the
students as
housemaster,
well.
the house
Students
mistress.
as well.
Yes, try to meet students and maybe students that speak your own native language, and you can
Yes.
have a real conversation with them.
Tired of relying solely on school websites that all look perfect? Our channel features detailed walkthroughs of boarding schools across the UK, Switzerland, the US, Spain, the UAE, and beyond. We visit campuses personally, filming facilities, interviewing heads and students, showing dormitories and classrooms as they really are. This gives you a far richer picture than any glossy brochure could. Sometimes one video immediately tells you, yes, this feels right, or no, completely wrong for us, saving you months of research and helping you find the perfect match faster.
You know, I just remembered one of our families, mother, she's experienced a real estate agent.
Yes.
Agent.
Yes.
And she was choosing this school from this perspective,
I see.
you know? She was looking at things like, what view will my child have
Yes,
out
yes.
of his window in
Yes.
his room, you know?
Yes.
And things like, I go like, this is not how you choose the school.
No.
But she had her own understanding.
Yes.
And
It's-
sometimes it's very difficult to convince
Yes.
them otherwise.
I think parents want to understand what happens to a child at the end of school, what happens in the evening. Are there activities for them? What
Activity
happens
is
at the
very
weekend?
important, yeah.
Do they have the chance to go out on trips if they want to?
Yes.
How well does the school make sure homework is monitored?
Okay.
Like you say, some of them just want the look, some of them want the name.
Exactly. Some look for the brand.
Yeah.
you know.
Which you can understand, because that's what they do with their business. They want the best. They're paying a lot of money, but it doesn't necessarily mean you get the best.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, because brand at the end of the day is a marketing thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And some schools are really good in marketing.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they're good in educating kids.
No, it doesn't. No.
Okay, we're not going to be giving names, but there are some schools like that which best to be is best to avoid them.
Yes.
Some looking for schools looking like Hogwarts. Some look for schools very modern.
Yes.
The school has to look like a spaceship. So.
You do want to know what the facilities are.
But what's good that
Yes.
in the UK there are so many boarding schools. You can find not just one, several schools to anyone's demands.
Yes, you have a lot of choice, and
Choice is there.
UK schools are very keen to recruit international students. So it's a kind of buyer's market.
True, true.
Did you know Britain has roughly 2,600 private schools, with about 500 offering boarding? Around 100 are considered top tier and highly selective. The famous names, Eton, Harrow, Wycombe Abbey, Marlborough, number only a couple dozen. Here's what matters. Even schools ranked in the second 100 deliver excellent education and often suit a particular child better than the household names. Your selection criteria should be personalized, not based on brand recognition. Many parents discover wonderful institutions they'd never heard of that perfectly match their children's needs.
I think that the facilities issue is important. So if you know your child is very sporty, you want to know, do they have playing fields? Do they have a sports hall? Do they have a gym? If they're very musical, you obviously want to know that there are really good facilities for practice and performance. If they're artistic, some schools have amazing opportunities with art studios. If they're into drama, some schools have wonderful theatres. So again, it comes back to the individual, and schools very much have specialities as they get expertise. It's normally down to the expertise of their teachers, who then lead a development in a certain area. So if you know your child is particularly interested in one subject, you might want to meet the head of department of that subject and see all the extras that they offer.
That's what we do.
Yes.
At Maryadi. We meet teachers.
Yes.
And sometimes I discover for myself and for our clients
Yes.
that one particular teacher does an amazing job
Yes.
getting students into top universities.
Yes.
Her subject-related
Yes.
courses, you know?
And that is
Or
how schools...
his subject-related
Yes.
courses.
That is how schools really work. It comes down to individual teachers who have a real drive and a passion for their subject and are brilliant at arranging extra activities and trips and projects for students. These things are wonderful for helping students when they then go on to make an application for university.
What's your opinion, Michael, on how important, or what's more important, facilities or human factor?
Definitely,
Ex-head teacher as well as the father.
definitely human factor. Always the human factor.
Is more
there are
important.
there are some very wealthy schools who do not always offer very good pastoral care. They can get lazy because it's too easy for them to get students.
Yeah.
Whereas some schools, they may not look so amazing when you look at the buildings, but they might be incredibly dedicated, and their house staff will be very, very caring and will be talking to your child every night, so your child won't feel lonely or isolated. So I would always say the human factor is the important one.
House staff very caring, or teachers very
Yes.
caring and open.
Yes.
For some reason, some parents forget about that they send their kids to another country.
Yes. They're a long way from home, and they need
That
care from adults.
Care
Yes.
from adults, yeah, because we're talking about the boarding schools.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have a situation where your child is on their phone all the time or on the computer all the time. You want them to have a real, genuine social life, talking, practicing English, and having fun with their friends, so they relax as well as having their time where they're working hard at school.
Even such a small thing like that. What's the policy of the school when it comes to using gadgets?
Yes, it's really important.
It might seem that it is very small, but for some kids it could be a life-changing
It's really important.
factor.
Yeah, and most good schools will limit the amount of time, like you would as a parent, they would limit the amount of time that children can spend on their mobile devices, because we know it can be great, but it can also not be so great if they're spending all their lives on it.
Yeah.
Does strict phone policy mean a school is stuck in the past? Actually, the opposite is often true. Many top British boarding schools with cutting-edge facilities, smart boards, computer labs, digital art studios, robotics programs limit personal smartphone use precisely because they want to teach healthy digital habits. Some collect phones overnight or permit them only during specific hours. When choosing a boarding school, ask about their device policy and consider what aligns with your family's values around technology and focus.
We receive quite a few inquiries from our clients with children, kids doing some professional sports.
Yep.
There are schools with professional sports academies.
Yes, yes.
And what's interesting, that it is possible, I had doubts before myself, I'll be honest, that it is possible to combine good education with
Yes.
professional sport.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It is possible, guys, but it's a teamwork. And some schools, they're really doing a great job in this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. They'll have it very organised. They'll have seen that there's a market for their services, and they'll realise that the best way to provide is by providing excellence. You want to provide the best sports coaching alongside the best education, and I think some institutions that don't do it so well, they might not provide the best academic alongside the sport, or they might not provide the best sport. So you want to look for a school that's
It's a good
providing
combination.
the best of both. That's right.
Because it could be very risky. I often say this to parents, okay, your son plays professional football or tennis or professional swimmer, but it is quite risky to place all the bets on sports and professional
That's right, yes. We have a saying in English, do not put all your eggs in one basket.
There
if you
we
drop
go.
the basket, you don't want to break all the eggs.
It's good to have two baskets.
Yes, it is, definitely. So, yes, you want to keep up that academic. And obviously the child is probably more interested in their sport or their music, whatever their professional interest is. But it's probably not going to be a lifelong career, even if it is a career for them for 5 or 10 years. So they need to have other resources to draw upon in their lives later on.
Do you think we can recommend parents to look at what school has on offer when it comes to extracurricular activities for younger students?
Yes, I think it's really important. It says a lot about how much the school cares about students' other interests. And I think a school that offers a wide range of extracurricular activities, it's saying we have really interesting teachers. The teachers want to give of their time. The teachers want to see the children outside of lessons, and it generally makes for a very happy school. There's a lot of research that says that children who do a lot of extracurricular activity also do really well with their academic lessons. They tend to help each other.
Of course. It kind of freshens the mind as well.
Yes.
And what's popular in many schools now is STEM departments.
Yes.
It's becoming really, really popular now. Some schools, they even call it STEAM now.
Yes.
Adding art
Yes.
to the
Yes.
this combination.
That's right, and a really good school will have some excellent heads of departments that run projects, some real science research, maybe building mini satellites or doing studies into the environment, and it gives children the taste of doing real science even whilst they're at school. Other schools have brilliant engineering departments where children can start designing robots and developing their technology skills with programming and 3D printing. It's really amazing what some schools are now doing with young people.
Some kids are very creative, maybe not so scientific. We're in Oxford now, and one of the schools which comes to my mind, it's a Headington School, where Emma Watson went to.
Yes.
Famous Emma Watson,
yes.
The actress. And I have visited the school, I did
yes.
film them. They have an amazing drama department.
Yes, yes.
It's a girls-only school.
Yes.
Oh, no.
In fact, this is another point to consider. Mix or co-ed
Yes.
or single-sex schools.
Yes.
My daughter goes to girls-only school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're still not sure, make sure you ask this question during your consultation.
Definitely.
Because
definitely.
It's like a whole topic on its own.
It is. It is. And with girls, I've got 3 girls.
You got 3 girls? I didn't know that.
And the evidence is that in all girls' schools, more girls choose science subjects than in mixed.
Yeah.
So if your daughter's interested in the science side, do consider an all-girls school. There are some excellent schools. In fact, I used to work with the head teacher of Headington. I don't know if she's there anymore, but she was my head teacher when I worked in a London girls' school, where I was head of English for 7 years.
I see.
And lots of girls doing science there. Many more will choose it in an all-girls environment compared to in a mixed environment.
So parents of daughters, I'll try not to forget, or we will try not to forget to put the link to the Headington School videos in the description to this one.
What about costs when choosing a school? In Britain, fees vary dramatically. The minimum for boarding starts around £30,000 to £35,000 annually, typically at lesser-known schools in remote regions. Top institutions like Eton, Winchester, and Wickham Abbey charge £40,000 to £45,000 per year. Can you find quality within a tighter budget? Day schools without boarding cost £15,000 to £25,000 annually, though you'll need a UK visa or guardian arrangement. Some schools offer scholarships for talented students, covering 10 to 50% of fees, making elite education more accessible than you might think.
You know, I often go with parents, with families, visiting schools. And what's funny, that usually fathers, they look at one thing and mothers look at another thing. Have you noticed that as well?
Yeah.
For mothers, usually what they look at the most, boarding facilities.
Yes.
That's what they want to know, where my child is going to be resting.
Yes.
How clean the bathrooms are.
Yeah, it's really important.
It is important too.
That's where they have to escape every day after school. Their room, the facilities, the common room where they can relax. It's very important. Just like your home is a very important place for your child.
How my child's clothes will be washed, how often.
Yes.
Beddings changed.
Yes, these details are really important.
There's so many details.
Yes.
What's the routine, daily routine?
And a good boarding school will have answers. They'll have routines and systems, and they'll be able to tell you immediately when you meet the right person, twice a week, laundry, 3 times a week, once a week, whatever. Children do it themselves, we do it for them. They will have answers. Lots of UK schools have very high standards. They're regulated by the government, they're inspected. It's really important for schools to have good inspection reports. So a lot of schools work very, very hard to provide top quality pastoral care and boarding care for students.
You know what else we haven't mentioned? Food!
Food.
You can't be educated on an empty stomach.
You can't. I would just say one thing, that we have a saying as head teachers that the thing that students always complain about is food and Wi-Fi.
Food and Wi-Fi.
It's never quite good enough. But
can I quickly explain why?
Yes.
Because otherwise parents would think, oh, food is bad.
It's not because the food is bad and the Wi-Fi is bad, no.
Because schools in this country are very international. and it's very difficult to cater. In one school could be kids from 40 different countries.
Absolutely.
Imagine that. And
they all have a very strong view about their favourite food.
yeah.
And what's important is they learn.
Imagine having in one place Italians, Russians and Chinese.
Yes.
You can't keep them all happy at once.
No, you can offer them choice.
Choice.
And it's part of their
Yeah.
education, obviously, that they broaden their interest in food. Most of us all have an international diet now, of
Yeah.
course. So if your child does complain, obviously look into it, but it may well be that actually the food that is offered is excellent
Yeah.
and the Wi-Fi is excellent, but maybe they can't always watch all the films they want to watch at 11 o'clock at night, and maybe they can't always have their favourite food every single evening.
Yeah, sometimes they come with bad food habits. Because in the UK, the choice is usually very healthy.
It's usually very healthy. It has to be.
has
Schools
to
are
be.
inspected on their healthy food, and
Yeah.
and we all know as parents, when children are young, you have to fight battles sometimes to make sure they eat
True.
healthy food.
True,
Yes.
they eat healthy. You know, when I visit schools, which I do all the time, as you know,
Yes.
I never say no when I'm offered to have lunch.
No.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Normally the food is wonderful.
but it is different.
Yes.
They trust me.
Yes.
I have visited hundreds of
Yes.
schools.
Yes.
The quality is different.
Yes.
And what I noticed, the bigger boarding is, usually the food is better. Especially evenings.
Yes.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
The choice is bigger.
Yes.
So food aspect is very important as well.
Yes.
Michael, there's so many aspects you need to consider and look into
Yes.
before choosing the right school for your child.
That's right. It's just like choosing which house to buy. You don't go rushing into it. You take your time.
I think
It's even more important than
I
that.
think buying a house much easier than choosing the right school.
Probably true, but I mean that's the work of agents to give you that advice, to save you having to do all the work yourself, and the agents know the schools from the inside. As a head teacher, I knew we had good relationships with a wide number of agents who would visit us regularly, and they knew us and they trusted us.
Just cross the road.
And
yeah.
that's how you know you will be getting the truth from the agents, because they'll have worked with the school over a lot of years and built up that trust.
Agents which know what they're talking about.
Agents which
could
know
be-
what they're talking about,
could,
yes.
could be of great help.
Yes.
So my advice to you would be, if you come to an agent and they recommend you a school,
Yes.
you ask them, do you know the school personally?
Yes. That's
Have-
very important.
Have you been there?
Yes.
Or you just know them from the school fair
Yes.
or information from the internet?
Yes. You want your agent to know the school personally. They should do. If they're recommending them, and they are professional, they will have built up a relationship over a long time with that school and have spent many hours working with them.
Unfortunately, it's not always the case.
Not true of all agents, no.
No, so be
But
careful.
a good agent will have that
Yeah,
experience.
be careful who you choose your consultants as.
Yes.
All right. Again, there's so many aspects you need to consider when choosing the right school. I think we have mentioned just half of them.
Yeah.
If we continue, the video will be too long. So it's best for you to get in touch with us. We as agency help with finding the right school. Michael helps with getting into the top right school. Yeah?
Yep.
We have a good partnership.
Great partnership.
Great partnership. So make sure you get in touch. All the contact details will be in the description to this video. And we are lost again. No?
That covers everything we've prepared for you today. We're saying goodbye for now, but as always, only temporarily. Bye.